Boys, I was a kid once. I thought monsters were cool. Science is real. Monsters are not.
We don't know that, sir.
The Monster Squad. Released 30 years ago in 1987, this film has become a huge cult classic among horror fans. Written by Shane Black and Fred Dekker, Dekker, also known for directing The Night of the Creeps, stated that he was so excited to direct The Monster Squad for his next film project that he had the words Monster Squad written on the bathroom wall, giving a tease to the upcoming film. He also gives a shout out to horror author Stephen King, who was really popular in the 80s, by having one of the kids wear a Stephen King Rules t-shirt. The movie starts out 100 years ago, during a battle between Count Dracula and Van Helsing, over a powerful amulet that Dracula wants to destroy to rule over the world. Flash forward over 100 years later, and we follow a group of kids that refer to themselves as the Monster Squad.
What's a squad? It's like Miami Vice, I think.
Let me just say that I would have killed to have had a treehouse this awesome when I was a kid. The kids discover Van Helsing's diary and learn that every 100 years there is a day when the forces of good and evil become unbalanced, allowing the amulet to be destroyed, enabling evil to rule over the world. Well, that day has arrived, and Dracula is on the hunt. He assembles a dream team of famous horror monsters from the old Universal movie era. Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and the Mummy. Except they really aren't those characters. Apparently, Universal executives were being super douchey and wouldn't release the rights to use the characters. According to visual effects wizard Stan Winston, quote, "The challenge was to suggest those classic creatures without really copying them, because we didn't have permission or the license to use those specific images. So, we could do a gill man, for example, but it couldn't look too much like the Creature from the Black Lagoon. It was frustrating for us at first, because of course we wanted to do the original designs, but we couldn't. We could only suggest the designs, so the Frankenstein monster looks like a bit like the Karloff creature, but instead of bolts in the neck, he has bolts in the forehead. There was a certain percentage of changes we had to make to get away from any legal copyright infringement." End quote. Well, when one door of creativity closes, another one opens, and in my opinion, I like the recreation of the monsters, especially the Gill Man, because a creature looks more realistic and not just some guy in a rubber suit. The werewolf was also unique because it had more of a feline look to it, that it wouldn't look too much like the copyrighted character. I think that this has made it stand out for all these years and truly made it unique. Director Fred Dekker plays homage to two movies in several scenes, The Goonies and E.T. There are a few scenes that are influenced by these films. When the kids are walking down the street as the sun sets, it resembles a similar scene in E.T. Also, when Frankenstein is hiding out in the playhouse, he is wearing some of the younger sister's makeup and clothes, much like what happens to E.T. The similarities to the Goonies are prevalent as well. Both stories center around a group of delinquent kids who are about to embark on a dangerous quest and have to defeat a group of villains. What's also interesting is that in both of the movies, there is a member of the villain's team or family, coincidentally the tall, strong, lovable one that ends up helping the kids. In The Goonies, it's Sloth, and in Monster Squad, it's Frankenstein's monster. The group of kids fight against each of the monsters and discover their unique weaknesses. I'm used to watching a silver bullet kill a werewolf, but hey, sometimes you just gotta give him a good old-fashioned kick right in the... Ooh.
Wolfman's got nards!
Yep, he's got nards. We also get an answer about that age-old question of what the heck happens to a werewolf when you blow it up? Aw, yeah. This movie by far has my favorite vampire. He's terrifying, he's violent, and he doesn't take crap from anyone. And I mean anyone.
Give me the amulet, you bitch!
I wouldn't say that this is a family film, but if you have a family that loves classic horror and they have a great sense of humor, then kick back, eat some cheese and mac, and watch The Monster Squad.
Okay, monsters. Woo!
Oh, look at that big, scary monster. Ooh.